Hey folks, good morning and welcome back for day 11 of 7 Habits of Highly Successful Teens. Today we are starting a new habit and this is habit 2. So we finished with be proactive yesterday. You had quite a bit of homework throughout the chapter. I hope you're still working on your personal bank account. You should be keeping track of it daily. Um, and everything that either gives or takes should be getting listed into that personal bank account. Okay. So for today, we are starting habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. And it says here, control your own destiny or someone else will. So where do you see yourself going on the roadmap of life? That's what this chapter is, is all about. Okay. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to walk from here? That depends a good deal on where you want to get, said the cat. I don't much care where, said Alice. Then it doesn't matter which way to walk, said the cat. That's true. So if you begin with no end in mind, then where you end up shouldn't matter, right? Everyone needs to have a plan. Otherwise, you're walking blind. It's a rainy day and you're stuck indoors. You and a friend decide to put on some music and do a jigsaw puzzle for old time's sake. You pour out all 1,000 pieces, spreading them out across a large table. You check out the lid to the box to see what you're putting together, but there's no picture. It's blank. How will you guys ever be able to finish a puzzle without knowing what it looks like? If you only had a 1-second glimpse of what it's supposed to be, that's all you need. What a difference it would make. Without it, you have no clue where to even start. Now, think about your own life and your 1,000 pieces, at least 1,000, right? Do you have an end in mind? Do you have a clear picture, even an idea, or of who you want to be 1 year from now, 5 years from now? Or do you feel totally lost? Habit 2, begin with the end in mind, means developing a clear picture of where you want to go with your life. It means deciding what your values are and setting goals. Habit 1 says you are the driver of your life, not the passenger. Habit 2 says since you're the driver, decide where to go and draw a map of how to get there. Hold up. You might be thinking I'm too young to have an end in mind. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And frankly, right now, I don't care. If it makes you feel any better, I'm grown up and I still don't know what I want to be. By saying begin with the end in mind, I'm not talking about deciding every little detail of your future, like choosing your career or deciding whom you'll marry. I'm simply talking about thinking beyond today and deciding what direction you want to take so that each step you take is always in the right direction. So begin with the end in mind, what it means. You may not realize it, but you do it all the time. Begin with the end in mind, that is. You draw up a blueprint before you build a house. You read a recipe before you bake a cake. You create an outline before you write a paper. At least I hope you do. It's part of life. Let's have a begin with the end in mind experience right now using your tool of imagination. Find a place where you can be alone without interruption. There. Now, clear your mind of everything. Don't think about texting your friend. Forget about that zit on your forehead. Just focus with me for a second. Breathe deeply and open your brain wide. In your mind's eye, visualize someone walking towards you about a half block away. At first, you can't see who it is. As this person gets closer and closer, you suddenly realize, believe it or not, it's you. But it's not you today. It's you as you'd like to be 1 year from now. Now, think deeply. What have you done with your life over the past year? How do you feel inside? What do you look like? Has your personality grown? Remember, this is you as you would like to be 1 year from now. You can float back to reality now. If you were a good sport and actually tried this experiment, you probably got in touch with your deeper self. You got a feel of what's important to you and what you'd like to accomplish this next year. That's what beginning with the end in mind is all about, and it doesn't even hurt. As Jim discovered, beginning with the end in mind is a powerful way to help turn your dreams into realities. When I feel frustrated or get depressed, I've found something that really helps me. I go someplace where I can be alone, and then I close my eyes and visualize mentally where I want to be and where I want to go when I'm older. I try to see the whole picture of my dream life, and then I automatically begin to think about what it's going to take to get there, what I need to change. This technique started when I was a ninth grader, and today I'm on my way to making some of those visualizations become a reality. In fact, thinking beyond today can be really exciting, and as this high school senior attests, can help you take charge of your life. I've never planned a thing in my life. I just do things as they pop up. The thought that one should have an end in mind never, ever entered my mind. It's been so exciting to learn because I suddenly find myself thinking beyond the now. I'm now not only planning my education, but also thinking about how I want to raise my kids, how I want to teach my family, and what kind of home life we should have. I'm taking charge of me and not blowing in the wind anymore. So, why is it so important to have an end in mind? I'll give you two good reasons. The first is that you're at a critical crossroad in life, and the paths you choose now can affect you forever. The second is that you don't decide your own future. If you don't decide your own future, someone else will do it for you. So, with this thought process in mind, I want you to go back to that little experiment that we just did together. And I seriously want you to get into a quiet place and try it for real. Now, this is your homework, and you're going to write about it. Okay? So, it's super important that you go somewhere quiet where you won't be interrupted. Turn that phone on silent, flip it upside down so you can't see it light up if you get a message, and really just focus on you for a few minutes. Okay? So, again, you're going to take that deep breath, close your eyes, even maybe make your eyeballs look up like they're looking into your eyebrow, and really think and just kind of try to quiet your mind and visualize someone walking towards you about a half block away. And as the person gets closer and closer, you realize that it's you 1 year from today. Now, what I want you to write down once you're finished with the exercise is, what have you done with your life over the past year? How does it make you feel inside? Have you been successful? Do you feel like you've been reactive, or have you been proactive? Think back, look back through the book at everything we've studied over the last 11 days. Do you have those qualities? Have you begun to work on those qualities? What do you look like a year from now? How has your personality grown? How have you grown? If you take it seriously, it can be a wonderful exercise. Okay? So that's your homework. Today was short and sweet. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Toodle-doo.